When our daughter was born, we named her Kaya, which is Hebrew for life. Her name has taken on so much meaning as we have had our lives shaped as we've watched her fight for hers. This whole story we are living is the story of life. In September of 2010, my wife Shayna and I really felt like we needed to get away and have a prayer retreat to figure out what God wanted next from us. And so, coming out of that time, we knew that we were to be church planting. The other thing we knew was that it needed to be in the context of the 20-something generation. We went to a meeting of Ohio area churches who had a vision to plant churches and share resources, and they shared a new vision. It happened to be that they wanted to plant 4 new churches in the Columbus, Ohio State area to reach the university and the city of Columbus. It was a no-brainer for Shane and I that was it for us, to reach a 20-something generation. There happened to be a few college students, give or take 56,000, and so that started the journey.
So we began to feel the call to Columbus back in 2011. We never knew that following Jesus might cost us our daughter. So Kaya was born on July 1st, 2011, and a healthy and an adorable little girl. And so when she was 2.5 months old, we took our first trip to do some reconnaissance work in Columbus. And by the end of the first day, we ended up in the emergency room at University Hospital, and 4 hospitals later, by the end of the week, we were up at Cleveland Clinic, where she was diagnosed with a rare genetic disease. Most of the babies that get diagnosed with the GACI either die in utero or they have not lived longer than 6 months. With God on our side, we just continue to take things a day at a time and trust God with each breath and each heartbeat that He allows Kaya to have. 100 days plus in the hospital later, we got to come home, and we credit that to the Church Universal for all of the prayers and the people that rallied around us to give us support. But overall, we truly recognize that it's not just Kaya's heart that is broken and needs mending and is at stake in all of this. The most overlooked generation in the majority of our churches would be the 20 and 30-year-olds. We know that they are hungering for something more, something deeper, and something bigger than themselves. They are hungry for an encounter with the one who brings dead hearts back to life.
God is calling us to engage both the city and the campus of Ohio State with the message of life. And if we get the DNA right here in Columbus, we know that God is calling us to plant, and 5 years after our inception, to plant a second city campus church in one of the 10 largest campus contexts in the country. So a Texas A&M or a Michigan or University of Florida. And we believe that 5 years after that, we'll do it again and again and again, and an entire generation will be impacted with the message of life and salvation through Jesus Christ. The way that we need help is we are inviting people to be all in with the Thompson family and all in with City Campus Church. And what that looks like is we are asking people to actually come in to the city with us to plant the church. We know that people have a heart for this generation and are ready to make a move where God is stirring and calling them to go. And so we want people to come into the city with us. The second way is to intercede for us, and we're asking for people to pray for us daily as the church is birthed from people's knees. So we need people praying daily on our behalf. And the last way is to invest financially. We have some church partners who have anteed up $200,000 over 3 years to help us start this church, and we are looking for an additional $200,000 as the church planter family to make this happen. So we are looking for people to be in with us, and we hope that can be you. What we're absolutely convinced of is this is more than just a church plant. This is a story of dead hearts coming back to life.